What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer updates, rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window. So make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 10,000 subscribers at the time of recording this video. We're now less than 600 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can also find my social media links there in the description below, and also popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. We're aiming for 600 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also leave your thoughts in the comments below with these transfers, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. And so without further ado, we're going to crack on with this video. We've got, it could be Torres Day, actually, but we'll get on to that as we develop through the videos. We're going to start off first with the outs. We've got an update on Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Now, Borussia Dortmund, they're interested in signing the Manchester City academy winger. He's 15 years old. PSG are also showing a little bit of interest too, but it is believed that Borussia Dortmund have the deal at an advanced stage. And so, if that transfer does go ahead, it would be a compensation deal, much like what Jadon Sancho's transfer was when he went to Borussia Dortmund, because he isn't on a professional contract. Once he's on a professional contract, they have to agree a fee. And whilst they're not, they can basically go wherever they want, but they do have to pay compensation. But potentially, City could be losing another young, promising prospect from our academy. All this information is according to Sami Mokbel of the Daily Mail. I will add, I'm not too sure how reliable this source is, but it seems very precise for it not to be true. So we'll see what happens with further developments in the terms of Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Instead, we're going to move on. We've got a quick update on Jadon Sancho, of course. He's not a Manchester City player anymore, but it does affect Manchester City's business in the transfer window, and we do get money from the transfer if it does happen. Now, Manchester United are showing a lot of interest in Jadon Sancho. Dortmund, apparently, they're willing to accept a lower fee than what they wanted, which was somewhere between 100 to 120 million pounds. They're willing to accept lower than that. No fee has been mentioned, but apparently personal terms have been agreed with Manchester United, and it'll be a 5-year deal. Apparently, though, it's going to be a lower fee with lots, and I mean lots, of add-ons. So I'm going to keep an eye on what happens with the fee, because City are due to get a 15% sell-on fee from that fee that is agreed between Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund for Jadon Sancho. I reckon we're talking somewhere between 50 and 80 million pounds. I'm sure there'll be a lot of City fans out there saying if it is going to cost 50 to 80 million pounds, then why aren't Manchester City interested? Like I said, them add-ons, I imagine they'll be very achievable add-ons, and that transfer will probably be north of 100 million pounds when all said and done and completed, with add-ons sorted and everything. So it's going to be a very expensive transfer. Manchester United trying to get that sorted. Borussia Dortmund put a time on that. They wanted it sorted within the next week or so they can get a replacement in, get some training underway, and then prepare for the Bundesliga season, so they don't want it to drag on. So I'll keep an eye on what is happening with Jadon Sancho potentially joining Manchester United. Instead, we've got an update on Yangel Herrera. Now, Radio Esporte Valencia, they're reporting that Manchester City and Valencia, they've got an agreement now in place for Herrera to become a Valencia player. He is currently in Valencia. He has spoken with their president, and he's had dinner and spoken with different people at Valencia, and so it seems like that is a very probable transfer that could well go through very soon. I imagine it's probably going to be a loan deal as part of the Ferran Torres deal, and then there'll be an option to buy permanently, which is where the little hiccup has been involved in this transfer, about how much Manchester City want for Yangel Herrera at the end of the loan and how much Valencia want to pay. But we'll wait for further details to come out on that move. What I will say is I doubt it's going to be a cash plus player swap involving Ferran Torres and Yangel Herrera, so I don't reckon it will be a permanent transfer. At the end of the day, I don't think Valencia can afford Yangel Herrera, which is why they're looking at a loan deal instead. So we're going to move on to Pedro Porro. We've got an update on him. Seems to be going on forever, this Pedro Porro deal, but yeah, it's very close to being completed. Record in Portugal, they're saying that there's going to be no fee included as part of the partnership between Sporting Club de Portugal and Manchester City, the partnership that we formed last summer, of course. It's going to be a 2-season-long loan deal. There will be an option to buy at the end of the deal, of the loan deal, I should say, and apparently that fee has been set at €8.5 million. find that interesting. We're going to move on to Eric Garcia now. We've got an update from what happened yesterday, what I was reporting on. Now, Barca Times, who are going to be biased towards Barcelona, so bear that in mind. They're reporting that Eric Garcia is going to sit down and talk with the City Chiefs and Pep Guardiola after the completion of the Champions League this season. Barcelona apparently are planning to offer €10 million plus add-ons for Eric Garcia, which I know he's got 1 year left on his deal. That value, in my opinion, is way low, way below what I would value him at. Personally, with 1 year left on his contract, I'd probably be looking for somewhere north of 20. I think we've done very well if we get somewhere close to £30 million. I'm not too sure we'll get that high, though. At the moment, they're offering €10 million, which is roughly around £9 million. So I'd be looking for north of £20 million, if I'm honest, which... Yeah, even so, a prospect like Eric Garcia, a fantastic player that I'm sure is going to be a great centre-back within the next few years. Sounds awfully low. Manchester City, how they've allowed this to happen, I do not know. Anyway, we're going to move on to the ins. We've got a Koulobaly update at last. Now, ESPN, they're maintaining Manchester City. They're still interested in Kalidou Koulobaly from Napoli, despite Manchester City setting to sign Nathan Ake. That's what's been reported in Naples, by the way. They're saying that because City are going to sign Nathan Ake, they're no longer interested in Kalidou Koulobaly, which is simply not true. Pau Torres' name has also been put out there. He's left-footed. It seemed more like a rotated option with Aymeric Laporte. We're set to sign Nathan Ake. So Pau Torres' transfer, and he keeps getting linked, by the way, in my opinion, doesn't make sense when we're looking for a partner for Laporte, a player that can play on the right-hand side of centre-back. He's left-footed, predominantly left-footed. Not too sure how that works. We'll see what happens there. Instead, we've got an update on Cameron Coxe. This is hilarious, by the way. He's left Cardiff City. Manchester City were being linked. And he's signed for a club. He's signed for, drumroll, Solihull Moors of the Conference. Yes, what a crazy transfer for City to be linked with. Transfer season for you, it's crazy. First up, going to say I wanted to wish Cameron and Solihull the best of luck for the rest of the season and what's going to be happening. Not too sure why we're linked if the Conference is his level, but I do love that Solihull on their Twitter trolled Manchester City saying he's ours and put on a nice video with announcing the transfers. I thought it was pretty hilarious. We're getting bodied, basically, by Solihull Moors. There we go. Anyway, we're just going to forget about that and move on to the next story. Next story comes in the form of a little update on Nathan Ake. Martin Blackburn of The Sun, reliable, saying that Nathan Ake is expected to sign for Manchester City. That will come within the next week. So we'll wait and see what happens there. We're going to move on to Joao Felix. We've got an update from yesterday's story. Now, The Athletic, they're reporting that an inquiry has been made by Manchester City to Atletico Madrid for Joao Felix. No more details on that. I'm going to presume that they've either said no, he's not for sale, or meet his release clause, which is more than predominant of what would more than likely be said, or what I think has been said is simply expensive. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a lot of money. They spent €120 million on Joao Felix. They're going to want a lot of that money back, which makes it a very expensive transfer. The Athletic, they did say that Manchester City are indeed looking at an attacker/striker. This summer, it mentioned a number 9 that City potentially may be looking at. A creative number 9 is what City may well be looking for. In my honest opinion, I think City would be best going with what they've got already once we've signed Ferran Torres, and waiting until next summer and seeing the developments with what happens with Haaland. The only problem we've got with Haaland is his agent. City don't particularly like working with his agent, so we'll see what happens there. It'll be interesting to see who City identify as being their potential new attacker, striker for Manchester City. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what attackers would you like to see Manchester City sign. Just let me know in the comments below, because off the top of my head, I'm struggling to come up with many players. Lots of people are saying Joao Felix, but let me know in the comments below. Anyway, final story, Ferran Torres. Today could well be Torres Day that he signs for Manchester City. So my update, AS, they're reporting there's going to be 12 clauses included on their add-ons for Ferran Torres to become a Manchester City player. Apparently 7 of them are quite unrealistic, might not be done. 5 of them add-ons, though, apparently are easily achievable. ESPN are maintaining that Ferran Torres, he will become a Manchester City player today. His medical, okay, is going to be happening in Barcelona. That's happening first thing this morning. So as I'm recording this video, he may well have already undergone his medical. He may well have already completed his medical? I do not know. It's one of those to stay tuned to my Twitter, because I'll retweet stuff with things that are happening in terms of that deal. The fee is believed to be €23 million, so we're looking at roughly around £20 to £21 million, €10 million included in add-ons too. Official announcement, it may not come today. I'm not saying that he may well become a Manchester City player officially with an announcement today, but he is expected to complete his medical and sign his Manchester City contract today, which means there's just one thing left to do, and that's Manchester City to announce the deal to make it completely official. But he is expected to undergo his medical today and sign his City contract to make him a Manchester City player. When City decide to announce that, I do not know. I don't know. I don't have inside information on the club. I mean, that could come today, it could come tomorrow, it could come next week. I do not know. What I will say is that he's not expected to actually travel to Manchester and join up with the squad for quite a considerable amount of time because of what's needed to happen with quarantine and self-isolating for 14 days. It means that he'll more than likely go away, go on holiday, and then once he's done that, go back to Valencia, pack all his stuff, and then come to Manchester, do his 14-day quarantine, then become a Manchester City player. So we're looking 3, 4, 5 weeks time instead. Now, El Transistor, I have no idea how you say that, I'm butchering that, I know I am, but it's a radio channel in Valencia, so I don't know how reliable this is, but they're saying that all of Manchester City's chiefs, including Chiqui, are going to be in Barcelona, ready to complete that deal for Ferran Torres and be there for the medical, and if there's no hiccups on the medical, he's then expected to agree his personal terms and sign his Manchester City contract today. So whether Chiqui and the City Chiefs are all going to be at the Man City game against Madrid or not, I do not know what's going to be happening there. They're going to need to self-isolate, so I don't know. I really do not know. Interesting. We're in unprecedented times, difficult times, times where we just simply do not know what is happening, so it'll be interesting to see what the club do. It's unpredictable. I do not know. So there we go. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Aiming for 600 likes. Any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can leave your thoughts in the comments below. So I am always interested in what you do have to say. And also subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for the big number, 10,000 subscribers. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'll be back again tomorrow for another daily Manchester City transfer update, unless Ferran Torres is indeed announced. Then we'll have a welcome video welcoming Ferran Torres to Manchester City. We're right on the edge now of completing our first major summer piece of transfer business for a player to become a Manchester City player for this summer. So stay tuned for that. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. I hope everyone is safe and well too. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.